tonight's excellent benefit gig for an excellent cause. Please donate everything you can. Is about immigration and migrant workers. I thought I would include this one. I was doing a bit of research the other week, and which involved reading copies of the East London Advertiser from 1910. It's a long story which I won't go into. Anyway, there was a general election in 1910, and the candidates had adverts in the East London Advertiser, and the Tory candidate was called Alfred Ducross, and his election slogan was "British work for British hands." Now that struck me as quite interesting, because that just means that's the same thing as British jobs for British workers, which kind of shows you that this is not a, well, it might be a new Labour slogan, but it's actually obviously an old Tory slogan as well, isn't it? So I wrote this poem about it. British work for British hands, not for scum from foreign lands. Tory slogan, 1910. How much has really changed since then? Count the profits, cut the losses, blame the Jews, not the bosses. Double blame, not just the Jew, he's from Eastern Europe too. Fled poverty and persecution, found his share in destitution. A century on and Labour's brown, seeing poll rates slipping down, revives the ancient Tory cry to raise the bluish standard high. British jobs for British workers, not for bloody foreign shirkers. A couple of years on, it's small surprise that millions flock to UKIP's lies, because times are tough and who's to blame? It's the Eastern Europeans again. But if you move to earn a crust, or if conditions mean you must, or if you want to try your hand at earning in a foreign land, then why not? Migration's not the problem here, it's austerity, a rule by fear, turning folk against each other, pay my sister less than my brother. The answer's not to send them back, but to give everyone a decent whack. Raise your flag, set out your stall for decent pay and jobs for all. British work for British hands, divide and rule you understand. Leave that slogan to the right. Workers of the world unite.